Have you ever wished to study abroad, but you're struggling to finance yourself? And did you know that you can actually study abroad without paying any single cent? Yes, it's possible. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Tariro Rachel Masaraure. I talk about studying abroad, scholarships, gender issues, and sharing my personal experiences. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe, like, and set up the notification button. Hello everyone, thank you so much for passing through my page. If this is your first time, please subscribe. So today I'll be sharing about the most prestigious international opportunity for aspiring students. And I'm super proud to be one of the recipients of this opportunity. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Chevening Scholarship. What is the Chevening Scholarship? This is a fully funded opportunity by the UK government to further or to pursue your studies in the UK at master's level. This opportunity looks at your leadership potential and your academic excellency. So if you feel you qualify for this category, this opportunity is for you. You need to go for it. So like a number of colleagues reached out to me asking about this process. So I had some calls, I had some chats, but then I just thought, why can't I do a video and share with a lot of people so that they may know about this? That's why I'm doing this video today. Let's get into it. This is a fully funded opportunity. When they say fully funded, it means your visa fees are covered, the flights are covered, the TB test, you get a reimbursement, the tuition fee is covered. Each month you get your living allowance. Upon arrival, you get arrival allowance. Upon leaving, you get a departure allowance. So like you've got the peace that you need when it comes to financial security. That's why Chevening Scholarship is the best scholarship. Now, people were asking, like, what is it that I need to apply for this? You don't need a lot of things. The first thing is you need to have finished your first degree or your undergraduate degree by the time that you apply. At the same time, your country should be like a Chevening eligible country. There are like 160 countries that qualify, and for my Zimbabwean fellows, yes, Zimbabwe is part of those countries. And then you need to have work experience. Of course, on their website they mention that you need to have 2 years work experience, which translates to 2,800 hours of work experience. But the beauty of this work experience is it doesn't discriminate. Part-time work, full-time work, voluntary work, paid internships or unpaid internships, it all counts as work experience for the Chevening opportunity. Then others were asking me, like, do I need to have English tests, certificate? No, not at this stage. Others were asking, do I need to have like admissions at any university in the UK? No, you don't need that at this moment. So you see, you have all it takes to apply for the Chevening Scholarship. For the academic year 2024 to 2025, the application window is already open. If you feel like this opportunity is for you, then you need to hit the ground running because it's closing like the first week of November. So you need enough time to prepare for this opportunity. The academic year for the UK, like the most popular intake is September to September. Of course, there is January, but for the Chevening opportunity is September to September. So it means if you are to apply now, then you will start your course 2024 in September. I'm going to share with you like the stages for this process. You put through your application and it closes in November. And then February is when they release the results for those who have been selected for the interviews and those who have been unsuccessful. So before that, they will ask you to provide there are specific deadlines that they put on the website to provide your references, 2 references, your academic transcripts or certificates, and maybe your passport. So you need to have all those documents in place by that time. And then the next stage will be the interviews. If you're selected, then you'll go for the interviews. It's not something to worry about. They'll be just asking you about what you want. It's the same questions that they will be asking you, and that's what you'll be just responding to. So yeah, the interviews will be scheduled for usually March, April, and mid-May, depending on the country that you are in. And then from March, from the interview period until June is when then they will release those who have been selected for this opportunity. And if you are selected, they call it like conditionally selected. It means then you will have to meet the other criteria where you have at least one unconditional offer from any university. And the beauty of this is they will give you a timeline as well to provide that offer from a university, and usually it's mid-July. So you've got enough time from when you put in your application to when you apply for admissions in the different universities. So this is something that is doable. Now, to talk about the actual application process, is you go on the website, you create an account, you log in. You will be able to log in, log out, save your work, and come back on this portal. But the most important part about this opportunity is the essays. So there are 4 critical questions on the if you log in on the platform, which you are supposed to respond to. These 4 essays are very, very, very brief, like 500 words each. 4 essays, 500 words each. But it is these essays that are going to market you, to sell you, because this is a competition. Like during my academic period, like when I applied, 60,000 applications were received worldwide. And in Zimbabwe, I think the people who were shortlisted for interviews were like 12, if I'm not mistaken. And out of the 12, I think 7 were given the offer, somewhere around those figures. So it's a competition, like 60,000 applications, and you want to be a part of those 60,000. Like overall, I think during our time, 1,500 somewhere there were awarded the opportunity from different countries. And I'm saying Zimbabwe were way less than 10, and you want to be one of those 10. How do you convince them? You convince them through these essays, the 4 essays, each with 500 words. The first essay is about your leadership qualities. Somebody was asking me, like I was having a call with the person, and then she said, "Oh, I'm not even sure if I'm competent enough to present myself as a leader." And then I asked her, "You told me you were working in an NGO at district level. Were you not leading programs? Were you not leading interventions there? Were you not doing stakeholder engagements? I asked you, have you not been leading in your church?" Because about Chevening, it's not only about like the professional qualities of you being a leader or leading people. Even in the community, even in the society, they consider that as leadership, as long as you've got a story to tell. The second question is on networking skills, relationship building. How did you maintain those relationships? And how did you leverage on those relationships to make an impact or to influence change? That's the second essay about networking skills. Then the third essay, they'll be asking about why do you want to study in the UK? So on this question, what is more important is for you to identify 3 universities. This is a requirement. Identify 3 universities, and then identify 3 master's programs. They can be different or they can be the same, but in 3 different universities. You understand? 3 master's degree programs that could be the same or that could be different in 3 UK universities. So you give a justification in that section. Why do you want to study in the UK? Why did you choose those degree programs or that program? So you really need to convince them. And I encourage you to make sure that at least there is a relationship with your previous course or your work experience, unless if you want to do like a complete career change, then you can do that. So that's the 3rd question. Then the last question, which is the 4th one, they will be asking you about your future career goals. Like what is it that you want to do in future, and this is when you talk about how like the Chevening opportunity will help you achieve your future career goals. So you need to come up with at least intermediate, like as soon as you finish, what is it that you want to accomplish, then your midterm career goals, and then maybe the long term, like, I want to be the president of this particular institution, country, or department, something like that. So you really need to think through like what is it that you want to do when you finish, activated by maybe what you've studied. Like what you've studied, there should be a relationship. So I encourage people to have this a link of your previous course, your work experience, this new course that you want to study, and then how it's all adding value to your future career goals, how the networks that you're going to develop are going to add value to your future career goals. So to summarize the essay section, first question is about leadership skills. Second question is about networking skills. Third question, why do you want to study in the UK? And then the 4th question is asking about your future career goals. And I'm saying, if you are like, you know yourself better, you already know your passion, you already know what you want to study, you already know what you want to do in the future. So you have like a foundation on where to start to write these essays. When writing the Chevening essays, you really need to invest your time in it. Like I mentioned, these are only 4 essays, 500 words each. But this is your selling point. Like you really need to market yourself in 500 words in each section. And I told you before, like this is a competition because there are 60,000 plus people who are eyeing that same opportunity. And maybe in your home country, there are hundreds of people who are applying. So you really need to invest your time in writing the essays. They really need to be convincing, like someone is reading the essay, like wherever they are, and they are already seeing this leader, this change maker, this influencer, So you really need to invest in writing your essays. I always encourage people to use the STAR approach. For me, it worked, and I've also seen other Chevening scholars talking about the STAR approach. S, that's the situation, like you present what was the situation, and then the T is the task, like what is it that you needed to do to address that situation, and then A is the action, like how did you do it, the implementation part of it. Then R is the outcome, like what did you achieve. And when you are writing about these essays, please make them personal. It's about you, not your organization or the next person. Yes, you were leading maybe in that organization or in that community or church, but what was your role? You as an individual, because it's about you. So you really need to come up with strategies to express how you did it, or what was your role in that situation. Please don't doubt yourself to say, oh, I've not been leading, I don't know. At some point you were a leader. At some point you were an influencer. The small things that you think they don't matter, if somebody is reading those things in that office, they will be convinced that, oh really, she did this person is great. So don't even doubt the potential that is in you. There is so much great work that you have done, but you don't know how to express it. You don't know how to write it down or to put it across. But using the STAR approach, then you are able to think deep, to say, okay, this was the situation. And then using my leadership skills, my influencing skills, my networking skills, this is what I did, and this is what we achieved. So like I mentioned earlier on, this is just a brief introduction like to the Chevening scholarship. For someone who's interested, the information that I've provided gives you the basis or the foundation on how to start navigating the process. And then if you go on the internet, like there is a lot of information on the application process. So I've given you the foundation. What is left is for you to go out there and research and listen to a lot of YouTubers who talk about this Chevening opportunity, a lot of bloggers who wrote about this opportunity. And September, you can be in the UK, enjoying yourself, studying, meeting people from diverse cultural backgrounds, traveling like in different parts of the UK, different parts of Europe. You can do it. So I might have missed out something when I was explaining, and you feel like you need to ask more, feel free to reach out to me in the comment section. At the same time, I have developed networks with other Cheveners for different programs and fields. So in case I'm not an expert in the field of interest to you, then I'm more than happy to maybe link you up or refer you to other Cheveners. Cheveners, they are very generous people. They are not stingy with information, so I know they will help you. Thank you for watching.